The human digestive system is a vast, highly active living ecosystem. While many approach gut health as a single dietary choice, maintaining this environment requires managing two distinct biological processes. This environment is defined by the gut microbiome, a massive community of trillions of microorganisms living and working together in an internal neighborhood. The first process involves recruitment, introducing beneficial new species or settlers into the existing habitat. The second involves logistics, the delivery of specific, tough nutrient resources required to keep both the new and native populations alive. Distinguishing between adding bugs and feeding bugs is a prerequisite for any diet intended to produce lasting biological changes. Probiotics are the live, helpful bacteria that enter the system through fermented foods like kimchi and yogurt. To reach the crowded lower intestine, these settlers must first survive the harsh, acidic environment of the stomach. Once they arrive, the surviving bacteria attach directly to the intestinal wall, claiming physical territory within the ecosystem. This diagram illustrates competitive exclusion. By occupying all available anchoring points on the cell wall, helpful settlers leave no space for harmful invading bugs to attach. These anchored microbes then release bacteriocins, natural compounds that actively destroy nearby dangerous germs without harming the host. While fermented foods can successfully deploy this defensive army, these species cannot maintain their position if they lack a consistent energy source. This energy comes from prebiotics, tough plant fibers found in vegetables and grains that the human stomach cannot digest. Because these fibers survive the stomach intact, they reach the large intestine as a dedicated food resource for the microbial settlement. To access this fuel, gut microbes use carbohydrate-active enzymes, like biological scissors, to chop up the tough fiber walls and release energy. If a diet lacks these fresh plant resources, the helpful bacteria rapidly starve and die off. This leads to dysbiosis, an ecological collapse where the loss of good bugs creates empty territory that bad bugs quickly exploit. Eating fresh plants provides the essential ecosystem resources required to keep this internal settlement populated and stable. What occurs when the body receives both the settlers and their food supply at the same time? This combination is known as a symbiotic, a mixture of live, helpful bugs paired with the specific plant fibers they prefer to eat. In a synergistic symbiotic, the fiber is specifically chosen because it is the favorite food of the accompanying fermented bacteria. This chart shows the result of selective enrichment. Because the new settlers have a private food supply, they multiply much faster than local competitors who are forced to fight for limited resources. Pairing fermented bugs with plant fiber provides the biological guarantee that new settlers can build permanent outposts within the ecosystem. Once the microbial ecosystem is established and fed, it begins to produce chemical compounds that circulate throughout the body. These chemical rewards are called postbiotics, the healthy liquids and molecules created after gut bugs finish digesting plant fibers. Among the most important are short-chain fatty acids, or SCFAs, like butyrate, which act as specialized energy molecules. SCFAs support the entire body. First, they energize colon cells, physically strengthening the intestinal wall against leaks. These messengers then enter the bloodstream, traveling the gut organ and gut-brain axes to help the liver manage cholesterol and signal the brain to lower stress. In this system, fermented foods serve as the transport for workers, while fresh plants provide the necessary daily supply drops. Supporting both the recruitment of these workers and the delivery of their raw materials creates a heavily defended and resilient internal environment.